5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sync.
Sync. Hello, everybody, and welcome to TTV episode 219. I'm Messida.
I'm Barteran.
I'm LJ.
I'm Jonathan.
I'm Ben.
I'm Takuma. And I'm Tenebrae Invictus.
And hello, everybody!
My God, I legit forgot the
Wow,
order there.
That was perfect.
It was
How's everybody's week been?
I don't know if you guys noticed, but I had like a really long I'm Barteran, just trying to make sure that was actually when I'm supposed to go and see if anyone would cut me off.
Here's the thing. You are the easiest person, honestly, to schedule for in a name order. Because every time you come in, you know that you're the second person. You're always the second person. Unless it's your thing.
True.
I mean, sure, but then Nessa
Second
comes
the
in and
best
interrupts
with a
me,
hairy
so I'm like
chest.
not sure.
What?
And what?
Wow.
Never heard of that? First the worst,
No.
Yeah.
second the best with a hairy chest.
I
never
Zero.
once
No,
heard
I
that.
think
Never
that, I
heard
think
of
that
that
comes
before,
after
dude.
second.
I
pretty sure
prefer
that's like
I prefer
third.
Soldier 76's philosophy.
Third the
Age
nerd with a
before
Thunderbird.
beauty. Looks like you're coming in third. That's my favorite voice line that he has.
Very nice.
I don't think I play against Soldier enough to hear that one.
You probably have to play as him if you really want to hear it.
Yeah.
Fair enough, huh? I actually don't.
Fair
Fair
enough.
enough.
I hate you all.
It's funny,
Hello,
It's
everybody, and welcome to
joke.
Overcast. No.
It's funny because 76 is fair as counter. Unless you're me and you suck at aiming.
Ah, that makes sense, doesn't it?
I mean, it's a hit
I gotta
scan.
apologize to the
Counted by
audience.
a lot of 76s before, so
I gotta apologize to the audience. It is currently 12:38 p.m. You know, that's noon. You know, lunchtime. We went to bed. At least some of us here at 8:30 a.m. So there's been only a couple hours in between bedtime and waking time. So
I
I
got out
actually
of
did go
bed.
to sleep, and I'm still tired, so I have no excuse.
I got out of bed about a half hour after or before these people even went to sleep. So there.
You said it was noon. Is it high noon?
It's actually pretty late noon.
High
Welcome to
noon.
Cloudy with a
Overcast.
chance of fun.
Today is going to be cloudy with a chance of justice.
Actually, it is overcast for me, so.
I mean, it is too.
Oh, I don't know what it would be like for me because I haven't actually gone outside yet. So
Fitting.
let's
for
check the weather app.
Fitting for the
Well,
Halloween
I have a
parade
window,
today.
so I can tell it's pretty cloudy.
See, it's funny because I also have a window right in front of me.
You're just too lazy to look out through it? Or
Well,
are you
see,
talking
I-
about your computer? Is it a stupid pun about your computer?
I have a window at about.
Oh, I
4
wasn't thinking
o'clock.
about that, but that's great. Yes, my
Okay.
computer.
There we go, yeah.
I
But
have 10 windows
I
in
have 10
front of
windows in
me.
front of me. Oh, come on. You can't snipe my own...
Thunder equals stolen.
Get wrecked, Johnny.
Man.
Little Johnny.
I have
Speaking
10
of little
windows,
Johnny,
and it just blue screened. No, just kidding.
time for our plugs for the day.
Oh yeah, everybody. Okay, so
All right.
make sure you guys just subscribe to
Oh.
Rip. Too
do
soon?
the maybe you
Man.
can buy a shirt.
Maybe we should hold a funeral for it.
Here's,
to our
here's
hopes
the
and
analogy,
dreams.
honestly. Here's our analogy. I feel like we were... The channel
Blindsided?
is a young child,
Uh-huh.
and Vessel is Harambe. And Verizon
Oh my gosh.
people that just put Harambe down, because that's where we are right now. Verizon just put Harambe down
We're just
like
sitting
that.
in an enclosure next to a dead gorilla.
Right, exactly.
Oh wait, I thought we were the dead gorilla.
No,
No.
we were the child.
No, we're the
Harambe
child.
was like either going to ruin us or like
Save us.
save
Or
us.
save us. We'll never know.
We'll never actually know
Put it
now.
down.
We don't know. It might have been. It might have been our savior. It might have been our destruction. We'll never know.
Well, for those of you who are confused, just go watch our video concerning Vessel. It's on the channel on both YouTube and Vessel while it lasts that long. Although,
Spoiler
TLDR,
alert,
we
Verizon
aren't
still
gonna-
sucks.
TLDR, it's dead!
by
Yeah,
the time this
Vessel isn't
episode
a thing
comes
anymore.
out, you guys will have just a couple hours left on the Vessel platform, so enjoy it. Watch whatever you want while it's still around. Vessel is shutting down. It was bought by Verizon, and they're closing the service. repurposing the tech and stuff elsewhere.
And man, does that suck. It's funny because, like, when we initially heard about the rumor that Verizon might buy it, we were like, oh my gosh, that would be awesome. They've got so much money. They'll be able to just, like, keep it going forever and ever and ever.
But then
they
the part where
immediately
Verizon
shut it down.
sucks.
Yeah, they immediately shut it down.
Well, I mean, we were thinking Verizon's going to come out with a YouTube competitor, and that's why they want Vessel. They want to form their own YouTube competitor, which makes a lot of sense, right?
Yeah, they're probably still going to.
They wanted to compete with how quickly they could kill a platform.
It was a situation where it's like, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. It's like, Lego brought back Bionicle, they're going to keep it around forever.
Yeah,
it's so awesome, it's
the
going
way
to
it
be
was
great.
presented to us was more of a, hey, Verizon just bought Vessel. Wow, that's fantastic. They're going to keep it going.
Yeah.
Not more of a, all right, Vessel, it's time to die.
Go read our blog post for the exciting announcement.
It's so weird
exciting
because
for who?
It's so weird because they advertise the entire thing as though it's a good thing, and everybody's just
that was
like,
the thing that's like gets me. It's like they're like, hey, you know, guys, we have some exciting news about the future of Vessel. It's like, exciting, huh? Wow.
Who's it exciting for?
I hope you never have to announce like someo's like the death of someone's grandparent to somebody.
Literally
like, hey, guys,
only exciting for one
Exciting,
person.
I got some
change in the family coming.
We might have to be sunsetting the grandma program pretty soon here.
Terrible. Oh man.
It's high
Wow.
noon.
It's
Good news, everybody! There's gonna be less room at the Thanksgiving table this year.
You might actually get your own seat
Or
at
more
the
room,
adult
I guess.
table.
Wait, less room or more room?
Yeah, more room.
it's
It was like a
gonna be more
compounded
room.
version of.
We're
there's gonna be-
pregnant. Yeah.
Anyway, so
Congrats.
Sure.
Verizon actually has their own video service, and it's called Go 90. I don't know if anyone's
How
ever
about
heard
Go
of it.
Die?
Um,
Oh wait, that's
ironically,
Kahi's line. I'm sorry.
ironically, its site actually kind of looks similar to Vessel in a way. But
Never
I
heard
don't
of it,
know.
though.
Yeah, I've never heard of it either. It doesn't look like it's using like
Oh, so it
online
looks like
creators
crap.
as a thing. Yeah, it looks more like actual channels, maybe. I do see some
They have
honest
their
trailers stuff.
own- They
They
are
really
having their
did want
own.
the Vessel technology.
Yeah,
The early
they-
access stuff. So
They bought
Yeah,
Vessel purely for the technology that they were using for their company.
Which is interesting because I don't necessarily know outside of the stories or what were they the you know what I'm talking about,
I know what you're talking about. but I
the
forget
messages
name
thing.
myself.
Threads?
I forget the name. Threads, yeah. I don't know. They're just talking directly about the threads because they seem to have already a video player there. So maybe
Yeah, see,
it was
I don't
that,
really know what
maybe
it
was
is
the
either
analytics.
because, yeah, it's like Vessel's service wasn't like incredibly revolutionary or anything. It was just a video platform like any other one. The early access stuff, I'm sure, could have been coded by someone else.
Yeah, the thing
This
is that like
a really weird bottom of the barrel decision. That's what it kind of looks like. It's like,
Well,
we
I
don't
mean,
have
like-
people like that. Well, there's this thing
Honestly,
called Vessel. Why don't we just
personally
grab those
speaking,
people?
I feel like the creators should would have been the draw to Vessel is that they have all these people already doing early access with them. They're very popular on YouTube, and if Vessel decides to fund that, then they can also get more original content for their own platform. That's what I would think. Like that's how Verizon would fund the early access kind of model, I guess, and try to get more creators on their platform and just continue the idea of a creator-friendly network that's not like YouTube.
one thing that kind of confuses me, well, actually, it's two things. First of all, it's so soon. We have such little notice.
It was really, really.
They
rough.
only announced this
It was
a
very
few days
annoying.
ago. They're like, all right, guys, Vessel is shutting down. You have one more week. Okay, great. Now
even
let's
less
scramble
than a
and
week.
kind of get back on our feet. Second of
It's
all, the only
really
time I
interesting.
ever buy something to kill it is when it's an animal.
Or when it's a Bionicle set. Oh wait, that's Lego.
Well, also kind of Elder too, because didn't he chop up Selec?
Oh yeah, you did do
I
that.
didn't
Huh?
buy. I
Yeah.
didn't buy that one. Meso gave it to me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
true.
see.
Meso,
it's
you're
an
right.
Elder
Meso, you
Selec.
bought it to be
he
destroyed.
bought
I
it
did.
to get killed.
Listen, that said, it's set in a box for about 8 years. It needed to go.
But yeah, no, it's really
Yeah.
interesting because like it's it has sort of put us in a really weird place because right now we've got a lot of things on Vessel that were exclusive to that platform that we aren't really sure how to get back. So
We're trying.
We're trying. Man.
it's weird because Vessel was usually really, really good with communication. Like that was one of their best things, like compared to YouTube. For me personally, working with the platform. So it was very bizarre hearing that it was going away, being given a week of notice, the same amount of notice that the audience is as well, and then radio silence.
Well, I mean, let's be real. Their customer service team probably got their contracts terminated too, so nobody's banning the emails. Or like, if they are, it's freelance. Like, they're just doing it to do it. They're probably not getting paid for it anymore.
Yeah, it's possible.
That's
I mean,
maybe up to
another,
out of paddle.
I was watching a video from another big creator, Linus Tech Tips. He's one of the more popular, I would say the most popular channel on that platform.
Love his stuff.
Yeah, I do too.
Really good stuff.
Really cool.
Don't
Really cool.
rebuild my
Dude.
computer.
Mm-hmm.
Epic knowledge.
Nice.
He has this podcast called The WAN Show that I was watching, and he was talking about the Vessel deal that they had, and he mentioned that he had actual. This wasn't like our deal actually. Like this was a slightly different plan that they had, where he actually got commissioned from Vessel to specifically make certain shows for the platform. So there were shows that existed solely because it was being funded by Vessel and was exclusive to the Vessel platform. And now it's sort of in a limbo where he has no clue whether those shows will still be continuing or not because Vessel is over, and it's also been a radio silence for him as well. So those shows are completely in the air because not only were they exclusive to the platform, but they are also being paid by the platform.
That's terrible.
Yeah, so it's like, apparently he had no clue that it was shutting down either until now. So people were asking him about it on the WAN show, and it's a live stream podcast, and he's got no answer. He's got no clue what to do about that.
I'll tell you who I feel bad for, though. It's Channel Awesome.
Channel Awesome, yeah.
Awesome.
They
I
were
do feel
like,
bad for him.
YouTube's terrible. Where's the fair use? We need an alternative. And
Vessel.
they found an alternative, and it's gone within like a couple months.
And shame on Vessel for signing a contract with them and then immediately buying out and then closing down.
Wow.
Like, that sucks.
Yeah.
You know who I
Does
don't
suck.
feel sorry for?
Who?
Rhett and Link and Cyanide and Happiness.
Why?
I mean, they
Why is
barely interact with the platform at all.
They're gonna be doing fine.
They
Yeah.
will.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, they are
That's
not going to
true.
be hurt.
It's interesting because Rhett and Link was like one of the pioneers of Vessel, and yet I believe I only ever saw Vessel mentioned once in a video from them, and it was just a normal advertisement like any other.
Nice.
It was like, this episode is brought to you by Vessel. Go over to the Vessel and watch stuff, and that was it. That was it. Like nothing else from them
Yeah,
ever.
it is
Interesting.
interesting.
So
Well, that's where we're at. It's it's funny to joke about, but it's kind of a bad situation for everybody involved. I'm sure the people losing their jobs at Vessel probably pretty bummed out about it.
well, as far as
Unless they're
I
being brought
know,
over
Yeah,
yeah,
as far as I know, the article said that most of the team
most of the
transitioning
staffing is
over.
being moved over to Go 90, whatever it was called.
Well, in that case, good luck, everybody.
Go 90. No.
They're probably gonna need luck because I mean,
It's
I don't
Verizon.
even know.
Screw
I've heard
Verizon,
nothing
man.
about this website until now.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh yeah, you missed not only Bionicle's revival and then its subsequent
But
death,
Vessel, too.
but also our channel on Vessel's
That's
Life.
right.
The rise and fall.
the rise and fall.
Literally,
From
yeah,
rags
you
to
missed
riches and back to rags.
It's like there's this
Story
big
of
mountain,
vessels.
right? And we went up the mountain and we came down the mountain and then we just tunneled straight through it.
Yeah,
that. Not
pretty
even
much.
in like he was lost in time and space and only reappeared.
Yeah, he
at
just
the end of the
warped
mountain.
to the other side of
He's
the
like,
mountain.
whoa,
It's
what's
like
going
you
on,
guys went on this awesome hike, and then you get down from the mountain. I'm like, hey guys, what's up? Where you guys been?
Yeah, I took a car around the base of the mountain.
That's
No,
that's awesome.
we go up the mountain, we're climbing down the mountain, and Verizon
Think
buys
this-
the mountain and destroys it.
Rise and mountain. Nice.
Okay, yeah, we don't
Horizon
even
comes from
climb
the sky
down the
and
mountain
smites us.
first. We get to the top of the mountain, and then the mountain just disappears, and we're left to hit the rocks below.
Yeah.
Aw.
Horizon.
over.
Like
It's a
only
shame, 'cause
only
Verizon
10% of it
Takes all our
survives.
videos with it.
So really, it's
all
like we
over
buried a
YouTube.
vault in the mountain, and Verizon bought the mountain and took the vault with us.
You know what? I am legitimately, if I don't hear an answer by like the end of today or tomorrow, I'm gonna call Gabe personally.
So
Nice.
I'm gonna call our guy at Vessel and be like, "Hey, man."
I mean, that's what phone numbers are for, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we.
This
we kinda
reminds
need
me of a
this.
story where I
Go
was
ahead.
waiting on this shipment to arrive multiple times.
I don't know if I can take any more of your stories,
Was
man.
it the Minecraft set?
Yeah.
Nice, I remember
It
that.
was like I tried contacting the dude that I bought that set from, and I just never got a direct response until
He
way
kept deflecting
later.
and bouncing it
Yeah,
back.
it was
and bouncing
ridiculous.
off.
They're like, "Oh yeah, just
The
wait,
dude was
just wait,
sketch.
wait like 2 weeks." Oh yeah,
Just
no,
wait, it's
just
gonna
wait,
be okay.
it'll be there.
Just
wait another 2
Just
weeks.
Just wait.
Yeah, it's not gonna work out.
That
Wow.
dude was sketch, man.
Yeah,
that,
he
that
was.
whole website was sketch. I don't even remember the name of it. That's how bad it was.
Well, with the vessel situation, it's funny, but it's also kind of bad for everyone involved. And if you want
That's
the full
bad.
scoop, on stuff, just again go watch our video concerning Vessel. It's basically TTV talks about all of our problems, where we outline.
Yeah,
what we're
it's
going
pretty
through.
in depth, more in
We're
depth.
very
the solution.
transparent with you guys. So if you guys are interested in
The main
how
thing
we're
to
handling
take away that is worth bringing up here is the announcement of our new initiative, the Patreon initiative, because Vessel's gone, and no exaggeration, no lie, so is 90% of our revenue. And because we're all older people working jobs and in college, we want to be able to devote a lot of time to this whole TTV initiative and not have to get distracted by having to I have to live, so I gotta work ton and I can't actually devote time into growing this channel. Hopefully the Patreon initiative is going to be able to offset that. And in the video, we asked for feedback on what you guys would like to see as part of the Patreon program as far as rewards, incentives, and just stuff you get for pledging goes. And first of all, before we even say anything else, I feel that we have to give a massive thank you to everyone who has
Oh,
donated
man.
so far. There's basically nothing up there. There's basically one perk, and yet we have over, I don't know how many people, but we have over $100.
15
yeah,
people.
that is awesome.
It's
15 people. That's
Yeah, it's really,
Incredible
really
to me.
awesome.
And eventually, I think it's not up there right now. It's a given, but we'll get someone up there to where we'll shout you out either at the beginning or the end of the podcast.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Once
No,
a
that-
week, we're gonna do or probably once a month because it's a monthly cycle. But we'll do the Patreon shout out, and that is a given. So
We'll
we
be
asked
adding
for
that pretty
feedback on possible stuff, and we've gotten a lot of feedback. We haven't had time
Yeah.
to sift through it all yet because we're still waiting for it to come in. But I just want to reassure everybody: yes, we are reading. It's much appreciated, and all of it's being taken into consideration. Raffles,
We will
There have been
merch,
some great-
live streams.
Great.
We could definitely confirm that there have been some great ideas that we will definitely be adding to the list.
Yeah.
Some of them I know for a fact were no brainers that we should have thought of ourselves. So
Yeah.
And some of them we
I like
already
this-
kind of had an idea, and then someone they came by and they fleshed it out for us, or in a different way that the community would really like to have.
yeah.
So
I like this stretch goal idea from Oliver Jones, 62. $1,000 gets you a picture of LJ's nose.
yes.
Wow. People are that
Really want to
desperate.
see your nose, LJ.
This is gonna be a hard
$1,000.
sell.
Here's what you should
$2,000
do.
gets you a booger
That's
signed by LJ.
Is that gonna be like the grain of rice?
$1,000 a month. I'll send you a different picture of my nose every day. And
Oh,
here's
man.
my nose.
I will
all
hold you up
healthy.
to that.
Let's do it, guys. He says it. LJ's a man of his word. Let's make this happen. But yeah, we're taking it all into consideration, and presumably when we have more definitive ideas, we're going to do an update video.
Yeah.
But until then,
good.
just thank you everybody who's done it so far.
yeah, you guys are you are the best, legitimately. The
Obviously, the donations do help, but it's also just a confidence thing. There are people here who care about us that much to just
Yeah.
donate based on one
best.
meager
Based
thing.
without knowing
good.
what we're going to be doing for them, they're like, no, I'll still contribute. That is amazing for us. So
Yeah.
thank you guys.
The real MVPs.
With that, that's basically all. I guess our new plug you can look forward to. Check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/TTV channel. Not the TTV channel, TTV channel. I misspoke.
I give it a week until Patreon
Yeah.
dies.
Oh my gosh, that
yeah,
suck.
Patreon shuts
Yeah,
down.
people would literally lose their careers. There are some people that I can guarantee do nothing but Patreon
There are
stuff.
some people. Purple showed us the other day. This girl makes about, I think, around $30,000 every 2 weeks from Patreon.
Jeez.
What does she
Thirty.
do?
Yeah.
That's legitimately.
Why did I bother
That's
going to
what I do.
college?
Yeah,
I know, right?
If you
Is she an
told me
artist?
being an art major would make that much money, I would have gone into art school a long time ago.
I wouldn't have.
That's
There's also
crazy.
that group, the
Glad
game
I'm an art
trailers
major.
people that did like live streams and stuff. And when game trailers shut down, they went on to Patreon.
Yep, and
Easy
kind of funny.
Allies, and they make $37,000 a month.
Kind of Funny does the same thing too, where they make like around I
Wish
would
I
say
made that a
60 because they
year.
have Kind of Funny and Kind of Funny Games, and they both make around $30,000 a month as well. So
So it is profitable.
it is
As,
profitable.
as we said on the thing, like it's a perspective thing because already I've seen people. Obviously, we have 15 patrons and $105 in total at the time of this recording. So obviously, people are donating larger amounts, which is obviously much appreciated.
Way, very, very much
more than you
appreciated.
know, very appreciated. But the way Patreon works is a lot of times it's better for smaller, consistent payments.
Yeah.
Instead of 1 month, I'm going to pay $15 and then I can't afford to give anything the next month.
Right.
It's like we said on the podcast, if everybody donated 50 cents a month, every one of our subscribers, 50 cents, we would have enough to basically sustain ourselves and like
Well,
quit
not
a
just
job
to
or
say
two.
ourselves, like we would all quit our jobs and be able to move into like a
Yeah.
studio.
A
like,
dollar
next to
a
each
month, forget about it. You know what I mean? It's like
Right.
it's a perspective
If
thing.
we had $1, that is 60. What? It's about
How many
right now.
subscribers
It's
do we have
actually
right now?
70. It's like 72,000
What,
like
How many
dollars a month.
subscribers do we have right now?
On Patreon?
36,000,
Yeah.
somewhat
Not
around that
on, I
number.
was talking YouTube.
Okay,
On YouTube.
yeah.
If everyone donated everyone donated $1, man, that would be
Yeah.
incredible.
It's like if
$30,000 a month.
if you opted to
$36,000?
forego that candy bar you buy occasionally,
Right.
and give that candy bar to us, we could
For
like
literally
make
the
TTV
price-
the next
The
biggest
price of a
thing.
pencil.
Of a pencil.
Oh boy.
It really
Literally.
would be the price of a pencil.
Yeah, like an actual price of the pencil. Like for if everyone did that, we like not only is it just like oh we quit our jobs, like we're able to do this full time. We can just
TTV would
get
be the
Viper
next
over
best-
too.
the-
We can
Well,
get
yeah,
her a green
honestly,
card.
moving Viper over to the United States would not be that far off of an idea.
If
that
we
just goes
if we
to
have
show you
some
how
sort of-
crazy the internet is and how these things are possible.
And that's
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
that's if she even wants to come over.
She does.
She does.
Yeah, she does.
There was a
Considering
time
that-
where she was.
There was a
unsure
time when she was
about it.
like, you know,
okay.
I don't know, but now
It's because of
she
her
does.
recent
So-
drama.
Yeah.
So you're telling me she'd literally be living the American dream?
Yeah, literally.
She's doing that right
Literally.
now. That's where she is
She's
right now.
in, she's
Yeah,
in
that's
America
true.
going to like
She's in the-
Disneyland. Or
Yeah,
Disney
she's in
World.
Disneyland. She's in like
Universal.
Universal
Actually,
Studios.
Disney
She's
World, isn't it?
She's in Hogwarts. She kind of
Disney
basically
World.
went
Yeah,
home.
Disney World. Yeah, she will hopefully actually be back on the podcast next week.
I hope that's what she
Yeah.
said.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
Wow, she's missing our game night.
Yeah,
Rip the
Oh
VIP.
well.
that's a good segue. Let's we did enough talking about Patreon. Let's Vessel's down, but let's talk about something positive.
Yeah.
LJ, how has the game night been going?
So, amazingly so, something positive and something successful both gets to be followed by BioCraft, which is both of those things right now, which is a surprise.
Yeah.
LJ, I've got a bone to pick with you.
Oh no.
What do you want?
Why is it whenever I log into the server, I lose my creative mode and fall to my death? Everyone
Why
laughs.
is it? Why is it? I'm
Everyone
not
laughs
off,
at me
but
whenever it
has to be
happens. It,
I don't know.
it keeps happening. Like literally, I logged in and Nadiki here is like, "Far, can you?" Vardaran fell from a high place. Oh,
So you're not an op. I don't. Well, if so,
Oh.
your mode.
I am an
doesn't-
op actually.
I keep making him an op, and it does that to me too. It resets me.
Peculiar.
I don't know
File
why it
server
does that.
setting.
Guess you can never log off again, Var.
You're stuck here
Neighbor,
forever.
I was on the
and
server the other day, and I just like I had to go do something, so I just kind of sat up by the lava pool in Takura and just watched everybody and just left.
I
it
still
on
need to
idling
hop
for
on and
hours.
check it out.
Kicking
Apparently,
people out because I was Kulta.
this is weird. Apparently, I wasn't opt, but I just opt myself. So now I'm opt again and can set
What
my
on
game
earth?
mode to creative.
Probably had residual privileges.
No, I bet
But
you
anyway.
what happens is that the server says, okay, you're an op now. But it resets you to before you were an op, but it's like, it'll check and say, is Vardaran allowed to op himself? Oh, I guess he is. And
Yeah.
That's
To
what
be
will happen.
honest, I just don't know if people just haven't been going /op. So I don't know if they actually can or not.
Yeah, admittedly, I'm not familiar.
You know
with
what?
commands
Yeah,
and
that.
stuff.
Imagine
May not
if,
have
like,
done /op.
someone's like, oh, I can /op, and then nukes the map.
I
I guess
got
it's a good thing
I
that
got backups.
this will be. But by the time this comes out, it'll be over. So as if it's already over. Talk about your greatest experiences with the game. 4-day nights, I guess. Game nights. How'd everything go?
Yeah, so it's been going
4 nights
very
at
well.
Freddy's.
We have the server up at this time for a couple of days now, and it's gonna go until tomorrow. It's been fantastic. Everyone's really been enjoying it. The
I saw
server's
a bunch of people
actually
are getting the badge for finding the Easter egg.
yeah. So yeah, we have a badge. It's a
I'm gonna
very
record this and
exclusive
put this
badge.
on the podcast video.
Do it.
The people on the server will get to be on the podcast because I want to record this.
Nice.
Awesome. I'm actually gonna go ahead and shout out the people that do have the badge right now,
Do it.
because it's a very small number. Now, there probably are going to be others that get this by the time we actually get to the server, the end of the server, but I am loading the page. But in the meantime, yeah, the server's been great. It's been in adventure mode, so nobody can break anything. They've just been exploring, but there's a lot to explore.
Quite
so
right.
it's been a lot of fun, and I'm glad it's actually
I was liking
working
just
out.
flying around. I was filling up minecarts filling up chests with minecarts so people could use the highways and stuff. And Var ran off with like a bunch of them and threw them in the fire. And I was like, it wouldn't have bothered me if Minecrafts were so hard to like minecarts. I think I said
Minecrafts.
If minecarts weren't so hard to get
Rodimar.
because they don't stack. Why don't they stack? It
don't know.
annoys me.
Dude,
Anyway.
I don't
Here we go.
Yeah, I can't op myself, just in case anyone's wondering.
Yeah,
Ah.
same.
Bummer.
We've
Weird.
all tried.
So, there we got the list. At the time of this recording, there are only 12 people who have gotten this badge. And the way you get it is you find every Easter egg and landmark on the island. And you send a picture to me on the message boards. The list is as follows. It's Orion Stargazer, Majora, Wolksite, Toa Chronix, Comrade, Kazapar, Lucas Exemplar. Let's see. I remember he told me how to pronounce his name, but I'm gonna botch it.
Gurn Lagan?
Garnera, Royal Meme
I
Thief,
recognize him.
Cyberhand, Kelempethar,
A lot of recognizable names there.
and Toby Echozap.
Hey!
Hey.
That's awesome. That dude has been around for so long.
know.
That he's involved
He has
in
been
stuff.
around for a
These
really
guys have
long
all
time.
done a great job. There's a lot of Easter eggs. There's a lot of landmarks. There's a lot to actually find, and they've gone through the trouble of actually finding all of it and sending pictures to me.
That's awesome. Has anybody given any comments on the Sanso book trilogy?
No.
I am crushed.
I think people were finding it last night. I hopped into the server like in the middle of at like 6 a.m. or whatever, and there were people talking about it, I believe.
Well, that's awesome.
But I'm not.
Put a lot
I
of
don't
work
quite
into that
remember.
dumb side
Man,
story.
I act like I had an idea for like including journals with random stuff, like not random stuff in it, but like, you know, kind of funny character driven stuff and some of the things. And I never pitched it to anybody. I just never did it. So there you go. That was that.
But I did.
Honestly,
So it was
You
your
totally
idea retroactively, is what you're saying.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
I'm not. Nope. I'm not saying that.
Oh my gosh, guys, I'm gonna write a whole book in a video game.
that's
I'm
a
just gonna
stupid idea.
the next time you put up the server,
How'd you
I'm
write a
actu-
book in
I'm
a video
actually
game?
gonna
That's
write
crazy
a whole
talk.
I'm gonna write a
You're
whole
actually write a
book.
whole book?
It's gonna have a legit story, legit characters,
I've always
all
wanted to do that in
Bionicle
Minecraft.
related. And
Then
I'm
you're
gonna
writing a
hide
book
it.
in a video game that doesn't even make any sense.
It's going to.
Skyrim has.
I've
like,
always
a ton
wanted
of
to do
books.
it.
You
Oh
know?
my
Real
gosh.
talk, though,
Continue the joke.
these jokers, I swear, they keep breaking the freaking Bulrock Hive entrance.
Well,
exit, I
Mike
should
well,
say.
sounds
no, no,
very
no, no,
loud.
no. No, the issue
Oh.
with that is the time. It's too fast. So what it's supposed to do is you're supposed to take along a minecart ride from beneath the volcano all the way to Takor Beach, and you're supposed to be ejected out onto the beach, like at the end of Monog. But what ends up happening is you see the gate open because you're on a minecart. It activates a gate that opens up. But because there's no track there due to it opening up, you kind of just stop and it closes in on you and suffocates you.
What?
Wow.
Should we like have like a lever or a button on the other side so that or something? That
I just screwed over this guy's. This guy was riding a
I saw
minecart.
you did that.
This guy was riding a minecart through the Barog Hive tunnel, and I didn't see anyone on it, so I just assumed it was a mistake, and I just destroyed the minecart, and the dude got blocked out. Now he's stranded.
Oh, wow.
Give him a new minecart.
That is
Give him
cruel
a
and
nice
uncool,
one.
Var.
Cruel and unusual punishment.
But hey,
Cruel and
before
uncool.
we get away from this too quick, hey guys, did you get an adrenaline rush by hearing one of the cast members read your name on a podcast? Well, for a nominal fee soon to be announced, you can totally have that happen by donating to our Patreon at patreon.com/TTV channel.
We
That's
just
so fun.
finished.
Yeah, no, I'm glad for once in my life to hear BioCraft was a success.
Very
As the
nice.
servers worked out. Everyone's been having a lot of fun. The only two hiccups have been, since it's in adventure mode, since I don't want people tearing it to pieces,
Keep getting stuck in holes.
they keep on getting stuck in holes. And
Yeah.
these guys, they find holes in, honestly, the middle of nowhere.
That's
they,
something else.
I can definitely say they would find water if they fell out of a canoe. And
I mean,
the second issue...
the
The second issue is Purple, when we were making the island and finishing it up, had the bright idea, and by bright I mean dumb, to put a bunch of stupid random signs that I had no idea the whereabouts of all over the island.
Yeah.
She
And
apparently also had no idea about the whereabouts of.
exactly. It wouldn't have been a big deal had I known their location, but she'd literally just go around, put a bunch of signs in random places in the middle of nowhere, write something incredibly stupid on them, and then fly off.
Those are the dangers of putting
And
signs.
so- And
What
so
happened?
then I'd go, Purple, go back and destroy them. She said she did. First day of the game night, 8 signs. And people have still found signs, and at this point I'm just going, okay, you know what? That's in the middle of nowhere. The fact you found that has to be a fluke. I don't care anymore.
What are you chuckling at, Var?
Okay, the same guy who I accidentally left stranded was like, okay, Var, could you at least TP me to Takura? And I'm like, sure. So I make it out of the tunnel and I seal it back up and fly over to Takoro, and he's like, never mind, Var, I got it. And then seconds later, Var, why did you trap me in the wall? And it says, Alex 2 is suffocated.
Wow.
Now he's punching me.
I see Toby,
monster.
Var, you're a murderer.
Murder!
But
You
Murder!
deserve those punches.
I'm so glad I recorded that.
Anyway, about Purple Suns. Yeah, those are the dangers of putting down so many signs you lose track of where they are. Because she
those are
wasn't
the-
lying about taking them down. I was there with her when she was going around destroying
Well,
them.
somehow they got
What?
back on because I asked Ven to make backups, and he made the backups, obviously because everything's saved. But these signs persisted, so I
She just made so many that she forgot where some of them were.
Signs.
Forgot she
Signs
put them
always
down,
find a
which
way.
Is why you don't make that many.
it's
a
why you
lesson,
don't let
kid.
Purple work on your island. She
She
contributed
helped
very
a lot.
little.
She helped a lot.
Like what?
She helped in construction of Pokora, and also you gave her a bunch of stupid menial tasks.
Yeah,
to
so
do.
she wouldn't plant signs. Gee, what a success! Hey, there it is again. I like hearing that.
It worked. It worked out
But
just fine.
no,
And
everyone's
I'm liking
been...
reading this topic on the message boards of people posting screenshots. It's very, very awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, seeing people
After
discover all
years.
the locations and everything. It's really awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. It's been a lot of fun.
feels
The
good.
server at this time, like I said, it has a day and a half left. We started it on Thursday, the 27th, and it's running till Sunday, the 30th.
Very nice.
It's interesting whenever I see like things that because I wasn't really too involved with the recreation of the island, so it's interesting when I see things that I had no clue were a part of the island because I wasn't around for when they were created. Like there's just like one little like Toa stone head in Kokoro that opens up that I noticed, or Kawahi I should say, not actually
yeah.
Kokoro. And it's just like, oh, that's really cool. I didn't know that was there. That's neat.
Yeah.
And then the even the flooded what was it? Oh, I just ran into a bunch of people. The flooded place and
Flooded place?
yeah, the Lightstone Hive.
A Lightstone Hive.
Yeah, not hive. I guess is not the
Cave?
right word. Yeah, cave.
Oh,
That's flooded
it's
with
like
lava.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Yeah, I made that and then made the Toa head.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there. One of the things that you guys actually did, you remember in Luwahi, you guys had that scene, it was a bunch of skulls and bones and like redstone that looked like blood scattered everywhere.
Yes. Yep.
Well, the unfortunate thing is, you guys titled that Muwaka Attack. And I'm sitting here going, okay, that's a fine name. I'll just call it Muwaka Attack. Completely and utterly forgetting there's a canon Muwaka Attack in Kawahi at Matoro's hut. So I went ahead and I punched that in saying, okay, find the Muwaka Attack for the Easter egg hunt. And people would go and send me pictures of Matoro's hut in Kawahi.
Rip.
Dang.
Like,
yeah.
whoops. Should have called it Kenera Attack.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. I'm just looking at Dark Henrik's picture gallery, and there's a lot of stuff that I just didn't even know about, like, at all. Stuff that I couldn't even tell you what it's supposed to be. Like, what is this? Someone tell me. I have a hunch.
That's
but
the that's the not Suba, the sundial.
Well, that's the area before the sundial. Like that's the elevator you take down, and then at the bottom, that's the sundial.
All right, fine. If you want to be specific about it.
Is that just another angle of the same thing?
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
like, what is that?
That's going from Onukoro down to.
I'm
the
just
area
mostly
where
happy
it's-
that people can finally witness the Bat Cave in Vakama's hut.
Yeah, the Batcave was cool. I forgot how elaborate that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, people have been having
And then
trouble with
yesterday I
that
was on the
too.
server, not yesterday, 2 days ago, and I was like, Var was like, Meso, come help me. I broke the Batcave. I'm like, when I got there, it was fine. So what happened?
That
I don't actually
stupid,
know.
illustrious Var chump. Yeah, he just.
Well, there was a dumb
It didn't
sign
seem
left
broken
on
to
it.
me.
There was a dumb sign. So I had gone to the Batcave for the first time in like half a year, maybe, if not longer, and I didn't remember where the exit button was. So I get there and I can't find the button. And I see a sign that says like, "Oh, still need to fix this thing. Still need to work on it." So I'm assuming, oh, okay. So I guess I just forgot to finish it up. Cool. I'll just break out, I guess. So I break out.
Break out?
Immediately, the first block I break has redstone on it, and I'm like, oh no. Well, I mean, I guess it didn't work. And then I look right next to me, and I see the button, and I'm like, oh gosh darn it. And I realized that I had just destroyed the redstone. And then, obviously, me trying to replace the redstone, I'm like, okay, well, I can't fit in this little square that I just broke, so I need to get inside to fix that redstone. So I break another block, which also had redstone on it, and I'm like, oh, no! So I'm trying to get inside to fix it, and then at this point I've broken so many blocks of redstone on it that I don't remember which redstone I need to replace.
Who are you, Mr. B?
Oh
You
my
are-
gosh.
You're
So
such a
destructive.
pain.
Appetite for destruction.
Yeah. Well, either way, it's quite awesome.
My heart was pure.
It's been nice. If anyone has missed the game night and wants to have another one, let us know. I'd like to run the
Yeah.
server full time, but that is costly. So
Yeah, it is.
let's hear some
But we do
suggestions.
have it for a month, so we can try to squeeze some more fun out of it at some point.
Yeah.
We could maybe make it a Patreon perk.
A lot of people have been like, I've been in the call because we actually have a Discord server. I've been in the call, hanging out with everyone, chatting and whatnot, and they've been suggesting that.
Oh,
Like
cool.
before I even
Yeah.
thought of it.
Yeah,
that's
certain
awesome.
certain perks or certain levels we could maybe have the server run up full time or like at certain increments or something.
That's a good idea.
And that way we can actually set up factions on it and stuff, and have people play around in it and stuff.
Yeah. I tried to get factions.
Get an
to
RPG
work, but
server going, or well, maybe not RPG,
Yeah,
but
an
RP.
RPG server on it.
RP
people
sold.
wanted like Cyberhand. He was thinking about
I think it'd be really
running
fun.
one.
Sounds like a great idea.
There's just so much fun stuff. on
I
the
am
side.
already having a lot of fun writing a book, so
Very
I
nice.
kind
You're
of
already
like,
doing that?
I kind of yeah. I
You
kinda
stole
wanna,
my
like, just-
idea. Why do you always do this?
Yeah, Kai.
Well, because great artists steal then.
Wow.
Dark Hendrix picture gallery.
So here's
is
my
awesome.
book. Here's my book right now. I'm writing 50 Shades of Gunmetal. It starts, "Hi, my name is Maku Obsidian Shadow Dementia Gukko Way, and I have a long ebony blue mask. That's how I got my name, etc., etc." It's gonna be great. It's gonna be the
Ebony
best book
blue.
ever.
That makes
Ebony
sense.
blue.
Have you ever heard this reference to My Immortal? The best story ever written by mankind.
Nope.
I don't
Boy,
know what that is.
you guys are missing out. It's the best fan fiction ever.
All right, well, I'm done
All right.
recording this.
What is that?
Was
Giant
I don't
Takuma
know.
head in stone.
some of these pictures are really dark.
It's a giant Takuma head, I think.
Oh! It's
Oh, that's
Remember when Hafu made that statue on the Chronicler's Path?
Yeah, it's a Hafu statue.
Okay.
One thing I'm
see
really
that.
happy about is we made the island in such a way to where if you played Monog and you remember how to get around in Monog, you can get around on our island.
That's good
That is
because it's
pretty
the only way I'd be able to navigate this thing.
You shouldn't have
Yeah.
any issues, and if you do, whoops.
That's pretty great, actually.
I mean, it seems like
And if you
everybody's been
do,
able
then
to
you
find
haven't played
everything.
enough of Monog.
I used to
Some
speed
people-
run Monog. Not even joking.
Very nice.
I'd be waiting for things to download or load or something like that. I'd be like, okay, let's see how far I can get through Monog before this finishes.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
Well,
it's been
either way,
been nice, not
that's
you know
fantastic.
having it not be a failure for once.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy for you, man.
It's pretty great. I'm glad that it's finally come to fruition after years, because BioCraft was a huge project, but the island is what we sunk like a lot of repetition into.
It's what we had the
'cause
most
to, like,
fun actually doing.
It was the most fun part of the project too, always. So
Yeah.
I'm glad other people
Building
are getting
Minecraft's
to
always
see
more
it,
fun than like working on
trying to do stuff.
other stuff and waiting on people
Minecraft.
to.
What I
edit.
just like about the map is that like we had it done at one point and then we tore it down to rebuild it bigger, and then it got griefed, so we had to rebuild it, and then the server got lost in the backup, got destroyed, so we had to rebuild it. And like I'm just glad we're done rebuilding it.
Yeah,
like
it
it's
was
out
rebuilt so
and
many
people
times.
are enjoying it.
I
Do
can
we have
say
the original like BioCraft map that was just like the tiny island?
I
not
I
the tiny
do.
island, but
I think I do.
because it'd be interesting to like see the different size. Because I remember the old Takora was like the charred forest was tiny. Like
Yeah.
our new one is so much more accurate.
How about old Gakoro, which is relatively
It was like
still recent.
a
like-
3-minute walk from Takoro.
Yeah,
even that.
Gakoro tripled in size just a few weeks ago.
well,
like it went
the,
from being
the
like,
entire island. I remember Var, you made it in World Painter, and you actively said you doubled its overall size.
Which is
Yeah.
awesome, but also kind of like obnoxious because like the original island that we made was handmade.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like
I remember that first process, and I'm glad we got it on recording. I'm not sure if you guys remember the video, but from that very moment when we were hollowing out the terrain and stuff, we got a video of that back when the island was just a blank canvas
I did not
and
know
a
that.
mountain. It's I don't know what it's called, but it's up on our channel if you just search BioCraft. I'll post it in the description. And now, just look
Come a
how
long way.
far we've come, etc., etc. It's pretty nice.
Yeah,
So, that being said, that's pretty much all. And I'd be lying if I said we had much more to talk about on the docket today.
Hey, look, I found Takuma.
So, what's up, guys? Any interesting stuff going down?
I've been working on commissions. Been thinking about opening up commissions pretty soon. So then
really?
I would not exclude fans, of course. So I
Very
will
nice.
update you guys on that whenever that time comes around. Whenever I feel more confident to actually
Stupid car.
actively draw stuff.
I didn't hear a car.
what are you talking about, Mister? dangerous
else.
thing, though, Vin.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
That's
No
cool.
one cares. That's fine.
That's cool, then.
Takuma, how's life been
I
going
don't.
with you?
How have been things going? How have been things going? Have things been going?
Have been things going?
No, I'm like, Takuma, how's life been going with you? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Tell the thing.
Tell the
story.
So what Meso is so terribly alluding to, I have a couple interesting things to say. The first of which, my boss, I currently, to stay financially afloat, I work at a bakery washing dishes for 7 hours by hand.
Fun.
Your hands
But,
must be
By
pruny.
myself. I asked
No,
for
actually they're really dry. They look like old people's hands. They really do.
You don't already have old people's hands?
No, I'm not that old.
Oh.
So would you describe him as pruny?
No. Anyway, interesting fact, my boss is actually was on TV this past week and will be on TV again soon. She is going to be in the Food Network Holiday Baking Competition. So if you're all interested, you can check that out if you have Food Network available to you. I think it starts airing, let's see, this is going to come out on Monday, so this coming Sunday. So that's a thing. But I have a story to tell.
Really?
Bring it.
So I'm gonna close down BioCraft. This is just distracting me at this point. So we have like a little bakery. You know, it's got a storefront where you can buy cakes that are already made. You know, cupcakes, cake pops, eclairs, which are to die for. All kinds of interesting stuff. And I don't know if you guys have ever been to a store like that, like a cake specialties shop.
Not like a proper bakery.
Well, okay, but I mean, you know, like any other store on sort of a strip mall side of thing, you know, they have like a display, they have like stuff in the windows, you know, like a bunch of fake cakes that are really just big foam blocks that are decorated with actual frosting and stuff, you know, for people to look and go,
Yeah.
oh, that's cool, maybe I can get a cake like that. Because we also do custom stuff. But we also had a display table inside the store. And on it, I mean, obviously we were displaying stuff, but unlike a lot of the cakes and stuff in the front window, these weren't foam blocks, these were actual cakes that were decorated. And so there was cakes, cupcakes, macaroons, cake pops, you know, the whole shebang. And it just sits there because, you know, it's not for anyone to buy, it's just for people to look at and go, oh, that's cool, and hey, maybe this will give me some ideas for what I want. Well, I believe this was last week. A group of like, I want to say it's like 5 people. It was like 2 or 3 adults, 2 or 3 kids. They come in, and they go straight for the display table, and they start eating it.
No.
Yes!
What on earth?
The cakes, the cupcakes, the macaroons, they just see them sitting there. They walk straight over to it, and they start eating it. And as a reminder,
Okay.
these are for display, so it's not like we worry about keeping them fresh. These things have literally been sitting there for weeks. Unrefrigerated, uncovered,
Ew.
no anything of any kind to preserve them. Like,
Nice.
there's a lot of sugar in this stuff, so that's going to preserve stuff to an extent.
Or-
But I still gotta wonder, like, if any of that stuff is getting rotten, like rotten frosting or something like that.
No, Takuma, don't worry, it's still good.
Just, oh,
Just
they just,
throw it in the
they just
microwave
make
a couple of
straight for
times.
this thing and
Yeah.
start eating it.
Nuke it.
And so my boss, she realizes what's going on. She goes running out there. She's like, "Hey, you can't eat that. That's my display." Their response, "Oh, okay. Thanks for telling us. You know, these don't taste very good."
Wow.
No.
And then they died.
Duh.
Yeah, rip kids.
But okay, so then they start looking at other stuff, and we've got like this big macaroon tree, we call it, setting up by the like on the actual cases where we keep the stuff you can buy and eat. And they're asking, can we try those? And so the girl behind the counter is like, well, you can't try those ones specifically, you know, those are for display, but we do have, you know, these macaroons in the case, and you know, and there's such and so a piece, and like, oh, we don't want to pay for it. And then they walk out.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gotta get my free macaroons.
I was telling my boss, I was like, you know, because they were talking, it's like, what do I need to do? Put a sign up there that says display only, or hey, idiots, don't eat this. I'm like, I told her she should put up a sign that says vaccine testing station.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh man.
I mean,
Well,
honestly, you go
I guess-
into a place like that, like a restaurant or anything like that, where they've got display tables. Would you just walk up and start eating it?
No, that's grody, dude.
I guess the moral of the story is, I guess kids are dumb.
Oh, see, it wasn't just
Wow.
kids though. These were adults, like 30-somethings. I'm
I guess
guessing at least
adults
some
are
of them.
dumb.
Maybe people are dumb. Maybe we expect too much out of people. They should just be like, assume people are dumb until proven otherwise.
You know, some days.
So,
So is it
That-
possible to? Is
Say things gotta get easier.
All right.
it possible to steal things out of the chest, Alger?
yeah.
So, like for like all the books that Meso wrote and everything.
It's entirely possible they could just be
Can we put
stolen
them on
and
a
nobody will
bookshelf?
ever read them because there's
that how
only
those
one
work?
copy.
Yeah,
Like,
because there aren't
can we,
any
like,
books
save
in
them
any
to
of the
a bookshelf?
chest.
I can reset the.
Rip.
I can reset the map.
Okay, I was just wondering.
We'll
But
reset
I'm
your
making
face.
my own book. No. I'm gonna lose this great fan fiction.
Oh well.
Actually, yeah. So-and-so's book is not one of the Easter eggs, right?
Correct.
Good. Alright. Well, yeah, good for the
That's
Easter
right,
egg
cool.
hunt, not good for the fact that nobody can read it. But, yeah.
Oh, well.
They were pretty funny though.
Eh.
Okay, well, can I tell my story?
Yep.
Is that alright?
Yep.
Can I tell a
Yeah,
story?
let's
that
go
happened?
Do
right
it.
Cool. All right. So there's one of my quad mates. He actually leads like one of the like my little group here out on campus. He was telling me this story that was like kind of crazy. The thing I like about going to this university is that like you get connections, right? He had like a scholarship for 4 years, and he already did 2 years undergraduate, and he was like, I wanted to see if I can do 2 years as a graduate, and kind of like switch that around. Tried to talk to the guy at campus. He said, sorry, can't make that happen. It's above my pay grade. And he's like, okay. So one day, we have this thing called convocation where we meet every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or kind of early on in the morning. And there's a speaker there, and then, do stuff, and then everyone's supposed to be there. So after this meeting, he comes across our school's president. And the school's president is going up an elevator in one of the college buildings, and he's like, you know what? Why not? And so he goes and he steps in the elevator with our president, and he's like, hey, sir, I like to pitch you this, like, in 30 seconds, and he told him situation. And the president was like, you know what? I think we can make that work. By the way, we're going to lunch. You want to come to lunch? And so he goes. And so now it's him, it's the president, it's the guy in charge of all the speakers, and it's the actual speaker we have that day. I forget his name, actually, but they're all sitting at lunch. And they're all, and it's like, and he's like, I can't believe the university president literally just invited me on to lunch with these very famous people. And, the caliber of people we have here, just for example, we had like one of the Backstreet Boys the other day. We had like people from like a lot of sports people, Team Tebow's coming down, like just, kind of, like, so not like, the speakers there are of general, people know some of them very well. Anyhow, so they're talking there, and one guy comes up, the speaker there. He was like, you know what? I have this idea for what Donald Trump should do in the next debate, because this is a couple weeks before the debates are over. And the president of my university goes, huh? He hears him out. He's like, that's a really good idea. You want to tell him that? And he takes out his phone and he calls Donald Trump at the dinner table.
What?
Because he has Donald Trump's personal cell phone
What
number.
on
Because
earth?
he's right. So he goes,
What?
and like the guy in my quad is like, is this happening right now? Legit. And the conversation passes the phone over. They have a conversation, and that's it. But like that's how close he was. Like the guy was like, yeah, okay, yeah, well, tell him that right now.
So did he actually speak to Donald Trump?
My classmate did not speak to Donald Trump, but the speaker did. But like it was so crazy to him that like the university our president of university was so well connected, and like usually everyone talks about politics, and it's so crazy to be like, oh yeah, you want to tell a presidential candidate something? Here you go, I will call him for you.
That's pretty nuts.
So that was
dude.
kind of crazy. I was like,
really crazy.
that's a pretty crazy story.
Wow.
Very, very, very nice.
He was that close in order to have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
We had Mike Pence over too, so like he's, and we had Bernie Sanders, we had like Johnson, we had the college likes to invite as many people like in politics as they can, in terms of them. I mean, if they're relevant, of course, not like these nuts or something.
Vermin Supreme.
Or Vermin Supreme. Although, to be fair, I kind of would have been interested in Vermin Supreme speaking of convocation, but he didn't. I think we had almost every main player in here except for Clinton because she cost a lot to have come. So they were just not able to work that out with the budget. But it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool time.
Enjoy it, guys. This is the closest you'll get to political discussion.
That's as close as you'll get.
Drop.
It's an acknowledgement that these people are in the running. And
It's almost
you can also,
guys. Soon it'll be over.
You can
Michelle
also vote.
Obama was at my university like last Tuesday. Actually, now that I think about it.
Was he really? That's cool.
So
Well,
I knew I saw Obama at the when we went to DC like a couple weeks ago. I saw President Obama.
old news.
wait, you did?
Yeah, but like,
Oh,
it was
yes,
like
no.
he was like we were walking from the White House and he was like way off in the distance.
Well,
Like
that's
near the
actually
Secret
really
Service
cool.
and everything. Yeah, I was
wasn't-
like,
He wasn't
whoa.
there when I was there.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't like I was taking a tour or anything and I got to meet
You
him. or
knew you
anything.
were coming.
He was all the way over there, so it's not like But it was still kind of like, whoa, I can't believe it. It was like at Comic Con when you spot like I spotted Phil Coulson and
Yeah, that's actually
Um,
pretty sweet.
yeah, so
All right.
Well, very nice. I think
When
it's
we walk
about
into a
getting to
Lego
that point
convention
where
and people
we'll-
talk about how they spot us, like, oh, there's
that's true too. It's like, guys, I spotted TTV, and we're like, guys, we spotted the president of the United States.
I gotta wonder
Totally
if those people at
equivalent.
Walmart saw us at Brick Fair, Chick-fil-A. Oh,
Yeah.
that was fun. Getting spotted by people. Good times. Wow.
I feel like this place would be a lot
think it's about
easier to
time.
navigate if I had a minecart.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a shame.
I had to
Yep.
keep restocking those stupid things.
It was kind of an oversight that we didn't have the minecart chests already like fully stocked.
Well,
Why
even
didn't you
still,
just
what
Why didn't
people-
you just put up a
pe-
command
people are
block
being
that generates them?
People like they'll take their mine carts, they'll use their mine carts, and then they'll leave them on the track and leave.
Yeah, it's true.
So I let the
I didn't know
supply
you could use
dwindle.
the command block to spawn them.
Yeah, but then we just have a bunch of mine carts on the track.
Yeah, see, I have to keep going in there and clearing mine carts.
Yeah, so
Minecart maintenance.
their Minecraft.
We're not your
route
mom.
is-
Clean up your mess. My gosh.
Can't we just set up a regular clearing of entities?
That would kill all paintings and.
Oh yeah, never
Yeah,
mind.
dude, that's a bad
Kill the
idea.
paintings.
Where
Well, it's getting about time to wrap up this week. The one final thing I would like to say is from last week's podcast, we had an amazing discussion about ethics in Bionicle contests and possible conspiracies and collusions. And I just wanted to thank everybody for all your insight and your interesting comments in regards to that particular issue.
Literally
Feedback's
no one has left
appreciated,
a
and we took
comment
it all.
on that story at all. Just so you
We
guys
took
can
it
pick
all
up
into
on the snark that
consideration.
Meso is
Dead
is
topic.
currently
I actually did
saying.
not pick up on that snark. Has no one literally talked
Not
about
a
it?
single,
single
person
person
has
commented
said
on
a
it.
word about it.
Wow. Well,
I mean, to be
Good
fair,
try.
it was the last thing that we talked about, so it kind of expects everybody to have listened to the entire hour and 17 minutes.
Yeah. It's just funny because it's like not a single person. But,
Are you serious?
you know.
That's kind of like it's kind of a big deal. It's no one cares about this at all. Okay, fine.
Nope, but there was a
Only
dude that
Bionicle
says
news
it's
we
kind
have.
of fishy that the popular biotuber won a random draw in the
Yeah.
contest, so they care about that kind of collusion.
Apparently,
Oh, yeah, apparently, right.
they want to start their narrative that we cheated in the contest, I guess.
there's
But
a
they don't
there's a
actually care.
there's a
They
guy
only,
yesterday.
they only care when it's us.
Someone in the comments of the 218 on YouTube is going, you know, I'll be honest, I don't think VAR should have won. And he goes
Yeah,
into
that's
this,
the dude.
this spiel as to why you shouldn't have won, and somebody below him says, he was a random winner.
Yeah, this dude was like, it's pretty suspicious that the biotuber wins the random draw. I'm like,
It's
oh.
Yeah,
also pretty like
suspicious.
okay.
He wasn't the only one.
The thing
Like,
too is that like
yeah.
the person like for Lego to do it, they would have to do some digging in order to find out which one VAR did. It's not like they could go on our channel and see that mock featured or anything.
Yeah, unlike some people, we didn't promote it all too
Man,
much.
shade being thrown. We do not
I'm
make
not saying
like
that.
we
Plenty of
don't
people make
make our
videos
own
and they
mock
do
showcase
social
videos.
media pushes and advertising and stuff.
Ven will sometimes review one of like the people who in this channel. He might review one of their mocks, and that's the closest we
He
get
also
to doing like a
reviews
mock
community
showcase.
mocks. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. You do mocks of the people in the community on our message boards, and that happens to include
Not like
us.
there's anything wrong with publicizing your mock.
yeah,
to your
no, I'm just saying,
audience.
like-
I'm not saying there is. I was just saying we don't do that. We don't try to connect
Like people
it
would have to
VAR,
like
for
they would
instance.
have to be on our boards and then look through VAR's history in order to find that he posted.
exactly.
a topic of his
That's the
mocking.
only point I was trying to make.
Yeah.
Just wanted to clarify because it sounds like I'm like
Yeah,
being
it's really
jerks to people.
suspicious that I won. I mean, as opposed to like all the other
Yeah,
YouTubers
it's
that enter
almost
the
as if
contest
he
as
had
well.
talent or something. No.
It's
No,
almost
it's
as though I just
unfinished.
entered a stupid mock.
The mock is unfinished, VAR. All those open open sockets.
All those open mistakes.
Axles. It's actually not all that unfinished. I guess it looks pretty solid.
Whatever.
But anyway.
Opinions are
Yeah.
opinions.
Just a little update on that front. That's pretty much all for this week's episode of the TTV podcast. Thank you all very much for listening and following our recent endeavors. We got negativity with Vessel, positivity with BioCraft, and ambiguity with contests,
That's-
sketchiness.
It's just a backwards day today, isn't it?
Yeah, it's backwards day. So thank you all very much for listening. Be sure to check us out on the message boards, board.ttvchannel.com, and support us on Patreon at patreon.com/TTV channel. And we'll see you all next week for another exciting episode. It's going to be episode 220. That'll be fun. I don't really know why, but it sounds cool.
222.
220. 222 will be cool.
Cooler.
Actually, yeah. But anyway, I'm messing up.
I'm Barteran.
I'm LJ.
I'm Jonathan.
I'm Vanathan.
I'm Takuma Nuva Thanaraman.
And I'm not even going to try. Tenebrand Victus.
Thank you. I appreciate that. The smart, the loyal.
Farewell, everybody!